और भारतीय महिला टीम वर्ल्ड कप से लौट कर आई है। एक बार वहीं का रुख करते हैं, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है, क्या कुछ कह रही है महिला खिलाड़ी, सुनते हैं।
Do you think this is the moment to have a women's IPL?
Well, if you would have asked me a couple of years back, I wouldn't. But now, since after going through the World Cup and the way women cricketers have responded and improved the standard of women's cricket, taking it to a different level, scoring more than 300 plus. Every team has got a centurion in the side, a 5-wicket haul bowler. So it is probably because of the leagues in Australia and England, maybe even a couple of players have improved their standard and they've really performed very well for our country. So I'm sure if something in that format, in that perspective, if something is started in India, because the base is done, so it will only help even the domestic players in terms of exposure. But again, it's up to the board for organizing the league. But as a player, I feel now even the domestic players can, if they're exposed to good cricket environment with interacting with international players, even they will benefit.
Mithali, you have a glittering career of more than a decade. But क्या ये आपके करियर का सबसे satisfying moment है इस बार के वर्ल्ड कप?
मेरे लिए तो वो हर एक मैच satisfying होगी where we pull the match from nowhere to winning moments. And in terms of the World Cup, even 2005 is definitely a defining moment for me because that's the first time Indian team has reached the finals. All those years have been the stepping, or probably I would say one step at a time to reach where we are now. Had it not been those years, I think we wouldn't have seen today. But yes, doing well in the World Cup always has its importance, and you always enjoy doing well at that stage. But no matter which stage you're representing India, always gives me more satisfaction.
As much as this much, no, it was not widely attended, and your mission was to make the semi-final. But when did you believe you could make the final? And to coach, how was it for you to take over the side a week before the quadrangular series, and what were the challenges you faced?
Well, obviously we were preparing for the qualifiers. It was important, that was the first step to qualify for the World Cup. Unfortunately, we didn't have a series where we could get points. And so we had to play the qualifiers, and in a way I always felt, even during that period, I have interacted with media and saying that it's a blessing in disguise that we're getting matches before the World Cup, where at least 3 teams we would be playing before the World Cup. And the qualifiers, the girls have done well to win the finals, which was a thrilling one. And then we had the quadrangular series. Even that was a preparation for the World Cup. The most important moment for us as a team to realize was the England game. Beating the host in the first game, the opening game of the campaign, was a very big boost for the girls, because that's when they realized they are capable of beating the host, which is the second top in the rankings, as well as one of the top most teams in the women's cricket. And since then, the girls believe that they can always turn things around. Yes, it was a little difficult when we lost against South Africa and Australia, but again, it is bound to happen when you have a long tournament, and there are bound to be defeats. But it's important, if we are aiming to be in the top 4, we have to make comebacks. And the girls have really turned things around against New Zealand and Australia to make it to the finals.
I think when we played against South Africa, when we went to South Africa and won against...
तो भारतीय महिला क्रिकेट टीम की घर वापसी हो गई है, वतन लौट आई है ये टीम। और टूर्नामेंट के दौरान ही जो मिताली राज है, उन्होंने वनडे में 6000 रन पूरे करने वाली वो दुनिया की पहली महिला क्रिकेटर बन गई थी। और मिताली राज आईसीसी वर्ल्ड वनडे कप टीम की भी कप्तान चुनी गई हैं, ये भी एक खास उपलब्धि। हालांकि अफसोस है उन्हें कि फाइनल में सिर्फ 9 रनों से ये टीम हार गई, लेकिन जिस तरह का परफॉर्मेंस पूरे टूर्नामेंट ने इस टीम ने दिखाया, उसने सबका दिल जीत लिया। और मिताली का जो सर्वश्रेष्ठ प्रदर्शन था वो न्यूजीलैंड के खिलाफ था। वास्तविक क्वार्टर फाइनल में आखिरी जो लीग मैच था उसमें किया था उन्होंने, उसमें 109 रनों की पारी खेली थी और अब जो टीम है वो वापस आ गई है और उनको उम्मीद है कि अब उन्हें और ज़्यादा सकारात्मक जो व्यवहार है वो बीसीसीआई की तरफ से मिलेगा और लोगों की तरफ से भी उनकी हौसला अफजाई होगी। वहीं जो इनाम मिलने का सिलसिला है वो भी जारी है। हिमाचल प्रदेश की जो सरकार है उसने टीम इंडिया की विकेटकीपर सुषमा वर्मा को डीएसपी बनाए जाने का ऐलान किया है। पंजाब सरकार ने इससे पहले हरमनप्रीत कौर को 5 लाख के इनाम के साथ डीएसपी बनाने की बात कही थी।